So when you log into ChatGPT, this is the page you're going to land on. So when you go to this URL, I'm going to put the URL in the description. You'll have to log in, and once you log in, this is the page you're going to land on. Let me tell you a couple things about this interface, and today I'm going to show you some examples. But before that, let me tell you, if you're a student, you're in college, or any other student. Let me tell you, ChatGPT, you have to start using it right now. Right now, like literally, pause the video, go ahead and start using it. Okay, but then resume the video again anyways. So the point is, I'm going to tell you about this interface now, but yes, I highly recommend students start using ChatGPT right away. I wish I had this tool when I was a student. I'll tell you why, and I'm going to show you a couple examples for that as well. So anyways, about this interface, first of all, ChatGPT tells us about the examples that, for example, you can run this kind of query, this kind of query, or this kind of query. And this is like the power section. It tells you about its powers, right? And the second one also talks about its powers, the capabilities, right? Right here, remembers what user said earlier in the conversation and so on. But this is the most important part, like literally the most important part, especially the first one, right? You have to make sure that you keep it in mind all the time when you're dealing with ChatGPT. It may occasionally generate incorrect information. I don't know how I can stress more on it, but it's extremely important to keep it in mind that whenever you ask ChatGPT a question and you think that's it, no, that's not it. It may occasionally, and you don't know which part of the information is incorrect. So you cannot rely on it because it itself is saying that, hey, you cannot rely on me. I may produce incorrect information. So if you are someone who understands things correctly, then you know that you cannot rely on ChatGPT and that you'll have to double check all the information that you get from ChatGPT, right? So yeah, keep that in mind and may occasionally produce harmful instructions or biased content. So far, I was not able to find anything like that. But anyways, there might be examples out there which might reflect how harmful the instructions could be or in what context, whatever. Limited knowledge is completely fine. We know that. It's still new. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be really cool in the upcoming years. It's going to be very powerful and so on. Although I don't agree with that part where people have started saying that it's going to, people are going to lose jobs because of ChatGPT. I don't think so. Not at least now or in a couple of years. I don't think so. But anyways, could be true in a couple of cases maybe. But anyways, yeah, that's not the point. I'm not making this video for that. So far, we've talked about this. Let me tell you the other part of this interface because this interface does not have many options, right? So it's pretty simple and it's pretty straightforward. ChatGPT is not really complex to use. So first thing, dark mode. If you want to enable dark mode, right now I'm in the light mode, and that's why you see white all in this area, right? And if I start the dark mode, which I prefer anyways, you'll see a change to black. Anyways, open AI Discord. Those of you who know Discord, you know what this means, right? So, and after that, you have updates and FAQ, which is the information about ChatGPT. FAQs, I would highly recommend checking this part. It's extremely good. And then finally, log out. Why would I log out? Anyways, now, in order to start the conversation, I need to put the message in here, whatever message I want to put in. And then after that, I'm going to show you what new chat is. Pretty simple and straightforward again, the same thing. Okay. Let me just go ahead and type in a question. Okay, write a program. Sorry, write a program for prime numbers in C language till 1000. Let's see if it's able to do it. Here's a simple program that prints all prime numbers between 1 and 1000. Isn't that cool? Now you might be like, oh, my project, it's not in C. My project is in Python or C++ or other languages. What am I going to do? This program is not useful to me. Well, don't worry. You can actually ask it the same question and just change the language from C to something else. Let's say Python, PY, TH, and there you go. Now let's see. Yeah, see right there. It gives you the program as well. You may ask it other questions or just change the questions a little bit. I love how you see only this much in Python. That's pretty cool. I use Python myself, so yeah. Anyways, talking about this part right here, right? This is something that we can use now. So I used this conversation to talk about programming languages, for example, right? But I want to ask it a question about something else, let's say chemistry. So I can go ahead and click on new chat, and then you'll see a new window, or the interface is going to go back to this. And this is basically a different chat window now. So you can just ask it, hey, what is oxygen, for example? What is oxygen? And it's going to answer that for you. Um, and there you go, right? Atomic number 8. It's a member of blah blah blah. So you can click on new chat again and open up another window for, let's say, you want to ask it questions related to networking. You can do that. Isn't that simple and straightforward, right? And yeah, so I'm just going to do it here right now. So let's say, how do I connect 5 PCs in a switch? In a switch. Let's see. To connect 5 PCs to a switch, you need to switch with enough ports to accommodate all the PCs. Start by gathering the necessary equipment, blah, blah, blah. It's going to give you the directions, what stuff you need, and so on. I got stuck for some for some reason. Anyways, and also, yeah, now that it got stuck, let me tell you, sometimes it gives you an error. When you don't interact with it for a long time, it might give you an error like, hey, there's a problem, there's an error, and stuff like that. Please contact the administrator or someone. Just go ahead and reload the page. But again, when you reload the page, just to keep in mind one thing, that is, you might lose your conversations or the conversation on that page or the complete set of conversations. Maybe I don't remember exactly doing that. Anyways, we can test that right now because we do have two conversations going on here. Let me just reload and let's see. But again, that was during the when I saw that error, right? So no, I didn't lose anything in this case. I have it here. I have it here. Ain't that cool? So it can answer weird kind of stuff. I mean, not weird kind of, all different kinds of stuff. For example, 7 wonders of the world. It can answer stuff like that as well. And depending on the question you ask, right, it's going to give you more detailed information accordingly. Now, the coolest part that I have so far loved to explore when it comes to Chat GPT. That was the first one was there. Yes, true. I love this one, which in which it gives me the output of it gives me the program that I'm dealing with. Hey, give me a program for prime numbers, give me a program for this, and so on. But another cool thing that I really loved about Chat GPT is links for, let's say, CCIE resources. It's gonna literally give me the links as well, like HTTP, go to this website for this, go to that website for that, and so on. And you can literally ask it, hey, are there any free courses available for so and so, and this and that. Maybe again, it might not be able to provide you correct or the best pieces of information, but it's a good start, right? So if you're lost, you don't know what to do. You're like, hey, help me out. So yeah, so you can you can literally tell it, help me out. It's gonna be like, hey, what do you want? What do you want help with? And that's it. Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much. I would again, I would like to wrap it up by making sure that I state the same thing again. When I go to new chat, for example, right? I go to new chat. It's not letting me. Okay, so let me just go ahead and delete this chat. Yes, or I can also clear conversation here, right? So if I click on clear conversation, well, I didn't tell you about this, right? So you can click on clear conversation and you'll be able to clear the conversation. It'll ask you to go ahead and verify, confirm, clear conversation. Yeah, just go ahead and clear the conversations. That's it. Well, it cleared everything. Anyways, now again, before we wrap up and end the video, just make sure that you keep it in mind. As I said before, um, this is something you will have to keep in mind. Yes, keep it in mind when you're dealing with ChatGPT. You be a student or whoever you are, make sure that you keep this one in mind. That's it. Thank you so much. If there are any other fancy ways in which you've tried ChatGPT, or any other things that or any of the things that you experience with ChatGPT, yeah, please put it down in the comment section. I'll be very happy to look into that, and maybe it's going to be good for the other people who watch the video, and maybe your comments might help them, fetch different and weird kind of stuff that might help everybody else. So thank you so much. Yeah, pleasure. You have a great day. Goodbye.